2018, MasterCraft has made some nice changes to the NXT lineup. This 20 is the smallest of the lineup. It's 20 feet, but don't let that deceive you. It still holds 11 people, and it's got great size, which we'll see when we get into the interior. This particular boat has the black front accent up front with the blue metal flake, the chrome designator, the white hull bottom, and the white deck to tie it all together. We've upgraded this one with a tandem axle MasterCraft trailer from the factory. You can go single axle or tandem axle. We decided to put a tandem axle under most, if not all, of our NXT20s. It's got the swing away tongue for if you're putting it in storage in your garage. It will not go past the nose of the boat, which makes it handy. It's got the Fulton winch and jack set up on the front. There for you, we've got pop-out cleats. Built aluminum pop-out cleats up front there at the front of the boat there, and then also at the rear of the boat. Outfitted with the NXT surf system, and that comes with the surf plate that's port and starboard. It comes with additional plumbed in ballast, which we'll see, and it also comes with the software added into the dash where the user can control the surf system. We went with the teak platform at the back here, and gives it that kind of classy, nice look, which you can always redo and maintain year after year and keep that nice teak finish and that nice wood grain look. You'll notice that we've got this nice bench here at the back that wraps around the whole back of the boat, and it's got SeaDeck on the back. You can put your water gear on right here, or if you're just sitting hanging out in the cove, you got a couple stainless cup holders, one on each side. And then it transitions right into the interior of the NXT20 really nicely. Notice that on this vinyl we went with a little bit darker color just to kind of make the interior pop a little bit more. It's still going to stay cool. It doesn't get too hot. And then you'll also have the light blue, which ties in with the exterior color that really pops off of this darker vinyl. Okay, here at the interior of the NXT20, notice that it's really roomy. Like I said earlier, it seats 11 people. One of the new features that they've added, which is getting a lot of positive review already for 2018, is this new ZFT2 tower. They did away with the older tower that a lot of people had a little bit of problem with, and so they went to this one. It's got a much cleaner look to it. It's a little bit bulkier. It's got a gas shock assist now, kind of like the ZFT4 tower and the one that goes on the X series. So you got that. All you got to do is loosen off these on each side, port and starboard. You can loosen them by hand, and then once you loosen that, you just make sure your board racks are positioned to the inward position here, like so, and then it lays down right there at the back. You'll have to have your bimini folded, of course, just like any other tower, but once you have it folded in, it will go in an 8-foot garage door. So for storage, that's a big plus. But it's just got a lot better appeal as far as the looks go. That was kind of one of the big things of 2017 that MasterCraft heard, and they upgraded. So that's one thing there. Another big thing that they've upgraded for 2018 in all of their series throughout the board is they've gone to Clips audio. Clips, they wanted to have an audio system, something exclusive to just MasterCraft, and when JL started branching out, they wanted to switch it up. Clips remains clear and crisp and clean all the way through. It doesn't distort at high levels. It actually recalibrates the music to the boat and what's being done on the boat, so it gives you a lot crisper, cleaner sound, which I'd encourage you to take a look at. With the storage here, up underneath all the seats you'll have storage. We call this the coffin storage over here on the port side. It's really deep. It runs continuous throughout the port side, so it runs all the way up through. It's not sectioned off, so you can fit boards and skis and stuff like that up underneath the storage, which most towboats won't even allow you to put a board in storage. If you'll notice over here on the starboard side, you've got a built-in igloo cooler. It can be pulled out and filled up and put back in. It's molded in so it won't be moving around too much while you're driving, or you can pull it out. If you've got a different cooler that you want to run, you can pull it out and use that for storage. Okay, back here at the back of the NXT20, you'll notice that there's some extra ballast plumbed into both the port and starboard side. There are hard tanks built into the floor of the boat, but this is plumbed in on top. It all is controlled at the driver's seat, so no manual stuff that you have to work with there. You can do that at the driver's seat, but it adds for additional ballast to get the bigger surf wake. With the NXT surf system, you really get a good surf wake. With the extra ballast that's plumbed in that you see, you're going to get a nice tall surf wake, steep surf wake, and then you can also tailor it to make it longer and mellowed out if you've got a new beginner, or if you're wanting to surf 2 people on the same side. So that's part of that there. Those bags will fill up within 6 to 8 inches of the top part. You can still fit towels and ropes and stuff like that on top, as long as it's nothing sharp. It's equipped with the 5,000 multi-port injection Elmore 5.7 liter 320 horse engine. It's naturally aspirated and it's fully catalyzed. So what that means for you is it's 99.9% safe on emissions. So with a lot of surfing and hanging out at the back of the boat that goes on nowadays, you're going to get that safe emissions output to where you don't have to have a surf pipe going down into the water, like a lot of towboats have to have, which loses horsepower for you when you do that. So this is the only 4-star emissions rated motor in the industry. The Inmar, the PCM, any of those other ones, they're not going to get that rating, and they're going to have that surf pipe that turns down the emissions and the exhaust to where it isn't harmful for the rider. At 320 horse for this boat, you're going to have more than enough with a boatload of people to pull 2-3 tubes at once if you need to. It's got a lot of torque to it, and it's a really high output motor. Okay, here at the dash of the NXT20, I want you to notice how it's laid out. You've got your manual switches across the top here. These run your lights and your bilges and your blower. A lot of guys like that for simplicity. You know, nothing to go out. You can flip a switch and change it. These bilges are set to auto, but if you need to switch them to manual, you can pump them out that way. Over here on the left, you'll have your Clips audio remote. That controls your whole head unit and all that goes on there from the driver's seat. You can Bluetooth it from your phones. You can plug in your phone here to this USB port and play through that. It also has a 12-volt charger if you're going to charge any of your devices. You can also there's some nice grip tape in there that makes sure that nothing, if your keys or your wallet or your cell phone's in there, it's not going to move around on you. Moving over here to our smaller screen, you'll notice that it's button touch that has these different labels at the bottom. You've got your standard gauges, air temp, water temp, depth meter there. This is going to show you your miles per hour, your fuel's over here, and so on. You can go back to the home screen and see your cruise control. You can set all that up from here. You can also see your surf tabs. So if I put a surf tab down, you can see the percentage at which it goes down and up in the screen. Okay, now moving back to our home screen, you'll see your standard gauges there. Going to status, that's going to tell you some stuff about the engine temperature, oil pressure, hours on the boat, and your voltometer. Trim, that's going to show you, that's just the screen designated just to your surf system, your center tab as well as your port and starboard tabs. And then you go to your menu, you can change different settings in there. So it's a really user-friendly, it's not overly involved, but it's easy to learn. And you can customize your wake with this system. You'll just have to learn kind of how each rider likes it. You can control your ballast system right here on these toggle switches, fill and empty, and then you also have the horn over here. You've got some cup holders, stainless cup holders down here, your fire suppression system there, and so it's really laid out nicely, and here's your throttle. Okay, moving up here into the bow of the NXT20, take a look as you move towards the bow from the cockpit that you can close this window off and lock it up. If it's a cooler day or if it's raining, put everybody back there in the cockpit, close this window off, block some of that wind and rain, and keep everybody nice and warm and dry. Moving up this way, you'll notice that you've got 2 stainless cup holders here that are nicely positioned there for use. You can easily fit 3 people in this bow, no problem. It's a 20-foot boat, but like I mentioned earlier, it's roomy. They do a good job of utilizing gunnel-to-gunnel space. And you've got 2 Clips audio speakers right here. You've got 2 billet hand grabs up here. If it gets a little bumpy, you're going to have a gas shock over here that lifts up, and then you also have storage underneath both seats, both port and starboard there, and it's carpeted storage. If you turn around and face forward, I'm 6 foot. You got plenty of room to put your feet up there. It's nice and comfortable. Plenty of room to face forward, and like I said, fit three adults in the bow, no problem. Look at how that this front of the bow here is shaped ergonomically to where whenever you get a little bit of bow rise, you can see up over the windshield and watch the riders and watch what's going on behind you back there. Just to recap it, it's equipped with the the NXT surf system. It's got GPS zero off cruise control, which is pinpoint accurate. It's got the new Clips audio, Bluetooth capable head unit and audio system. It's got the new ZFT2 tower. It's got a bimini top. It comes with a cover. It comes with a tandem axle trailer from MasterCraft, and there's more options. It does have the 5-year MasterCare warranty, just like any of the other boats in the lineup. That's 5-year, everything included, other than trailer paint and gel coat. That's labor and parts, so that's the best in the industry. But like I said, I'd love to let you see this thing in person, maybe put it on the water. Give me a call at 479-252-0940, or email me at jake@futrellmarine.com, or just come by here and see me here at the shop. But